That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? Last night, the 7th episode. I believe that makes it the second. No. It's the third to last episode.
Third to last, but they're stacking the final two, right?
Oh, that's right. That's what they are.
Back.
They're putting the final two together. I forgot about that. So we've got one more set of episodes to go. So last night was the 7th episode of Agatha All Along. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of warning. I am going to discuss last night's episode a little bit in spoilery detail. So we will put up the spoiler warning here.
Yeah.
So what you guys should do is, as long as this spoiler warning is up, mute your TV, computer, your phone, your iPad, whatever it is you're watching the John Campea Show on. Mute it until this spoiler alert disappears. All right? I've given you advance warning. Yes? Good. Let's get into it. I straight up feel that last night's episode was the best episode of the series so far. And, it's coming off of an episode a bit back that I was a little bit questionable on with the Billy reveal, like episode 5, I think it was. I still liked episode 5. I still liked it, but I was a little bit iffy on it. Then last week's episode was pretty solid. We get into this week's, and I keep forgetting how you pronounce the character's name. Lila. I'm going to say Lilia, but maybe you guys in the live chat, phonetically, how are you supposed to say that character's name? The older witch. What's her? I'm going to say Lilia at any point. So
seems like it is Lilia.
Lilia. All right. So I thought this was brilliant. Straight up, I thought it was brilliant. There's very few things in movies or TV shows that really kind of annoy me when they throw in a little reveal or twist. And you go, because this happens so often, you go, that doesn't actually make sense with what's come before.
Yeah.
But with the Lilia thing of her moving in and out of periods of time, of her living non-sequentially. If you were a video editor, you'd say non-linearly.
Yeah.
That her consciousness, you realize throughout the show that her consciousness is literally jumping back and forth between different points of time within the story. And I'm watching this play out last night, and I go, oh my God, this all connects perfectly. Like the weird little outburst in episode 2, or the weird little this, and they start running through it, and you're like, oh my God, this has been weaved together beautifully. Weaved together beautifully. And I found myself watching it. I call it the Death Comes For Us All episode. That wasn't the actual name of the episode. I can't remember the name. I just called it the Death Comes For Us All. But I'm watching it and I'm like, this is God. Like, I hope somewhere right now, the Obi-Wan writers, the She-Hulk writers, the whatever, so many of the other Disney Plus writers are watching and taking note how to beautifully interconnect and lace together this tapestry of a story that had this beautifully done revelation to us as the audience of her and her journey. And the way it ends with her going back to her head witch as a younger girl again, this time with a big smile, and the witch, I loved how the older witch instantly knew, oh, I see. Where are you from right now? She just totally got it. She just knew what was happening. And I got to tell you, man, I just thought the culmination of that episode, I thought the way it played out, it's one of those things that made the previous episodes better. And that's not easy to do. When you can do something in your show or in a movie sequel or something that literally makes looking back on the previous episodes or installments and say, oh my God, those episodes or installments actually look better now because of what they just did here. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. I thought it was very well done. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And by the way, this look that they gave Agatha, when they go into the trial and each of the witches take on
the
look of a different iconic witch.
Yeah.
Agatha as the Wicked Witch of the West was chef's kiss. I mean, that was just perfect.
Timely.
And you had Billy as Maleficent.
Maleficent, yeah.
Well, if you got the cheekbones to do it, I thought that was a very good line. Just a great episode. Now, one of the complaints I have, is that you remember when we found out about Billy's identity and all that kind of stuff, one of my big issues was, well, wait a minute. Why did Lilia, when she clearly saw that this kid was about to die, why did Lilia just let him die? Because remember, that kid is dead. That kid didn't transform into Billy. The kid died. William died and lost his life. And I was kind of hoping that as we would move further in the episodes, I was kind of hoping they would give Lily an opportunity to explain why she had to let it happen. And when they did in this episode, I found it very unsatisfying. Like she says, I put the sigil on you because I knew you'd need time. Oh, that's so sweet, Lilia. Oh, you knew Billy would need time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice and thoughtful of you. Didn't think the other kid needed to live?
No.
I put the sigil on you because you're a delicate flower and you need time. You need time to adjust. So I interfered. Lilia interfered and put a sigil on him. Oh, isn't that thoughtful? But no thought to go, oh, kid, you know what? Take an Uber tonight. Kid, get your parents, even though you just had a bar mitzvah and there was a lot of food, tell your parents you want to stop at McDonald's or something. Like, oh, so thoughtful to put the sigil because Billy needs time. But not, oh, this kid needs to breathe and have his heart beat and actually live. So to me, that was kind of an unsatisfying resolution to that one big problem I had. But that aside, see, this is a bad excuse. Dante Sriracha in the live chat saying you can't affect the timeline by putting the sigil on Billy. She's interfering with the timeline anyway. You can't say, oh no, see, Lilia didn't interfere because she can't interfere. She can't disrupt the timeline. But she did interfere. She did interject. She did take proactive action, made up a sigil, and slapped it on the kid so Billy could have time, but never thought to just say, hey, kid, stay alive. She literally sentenced the kid to death. And so I wish they had written that out into a more satisfying way for me. But aside from that, okay, so take that. That's my one big issue. The episode was fantastic. It's my favorite episode of the season so far. It makes the previous episodes better. I just adored it. And then came the revelation of Rio. Rio is death. And you know what? Once they revealed that, I thought, oh yeah, when Lilia was having the vision, and I think it was episode 3, that she saw death, I'm like, oh yeah, that was her. I thought that was really brilliantly done, and it raises a whole bunch of questions. It's like, wait a minute. So instead of Thanos, Agatha's been having the knock boots and uglies with death herself? That was her lover? That's pretty cool. And now it's going to be kind of interesting to see where they go with that and how they're going to incorporate that. I wonder if it's somewhere in the final 2 episodes, she drops a hint about some annoying guy who keeps pursuing her or something. Like if there's some very veiled Thanos reference. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying it would be kind of funny
It's
if they
to
did.
court death.
Yeah, this guy kept wanting to court me or whatever. I mean, that would be fun if they did, but whatever.
What are the odds now? You're basically, there's just a double episode left. What are the odds that Agatha sticks the landing?
I mean, okay, so that's the big question, right? So Agatha has been better than expected. And they're hitting their crescendo at just the right time. I mean, this wasn't the second last episode, but it was the second last week. And I think they just delivered the best episode yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely cresting, right?
Right.
But traditionally, this has been the Achilles heel of Disney Plus shows. Even some of their better ones. I mean, WandaVision completely stuck the landing, so that was great. But I would say there's Disney Plus's second best show, Ms. Marvel. I think the show is great, but it didn't quite stick the landing. It didn't botch the landing, but it didn't stick the landing. A lot of Disney Plus shows have a tendency to start strong and then not stick the landing. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm going to say, you know what? There's been a real consistency in this show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's never been as good as, say, The Penguin.
Right, no.
But there's been a real consistency. So I'm going to say a 75% chance that they stick the landing.
Pretty good.
I'm going to give it a 75% chance that they stick the landing. So we'll see. Anyway, you can pull the spoiler alert down now.
All right.
Question is for you guys. What did you think about this 7th episode of Agatha All Along? We only have 2 episodes left. Both of them dropping next week. I thought it was the best episode yet, to be honest with you. To me, it made all the previous episodes even seem a little bit better. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.